syrup. Now, a member of the onion family is garlic. And garlic is a very powerful antibiotic, but if you want to use it as an antibiotic, you should take 4 cloves a day. That's quite strong. So here's a clove of garlic, and how you can take it when a person's got a bad cold is as a flu bomb. So I'm going to write the recipe for flu bomb up here. So flu bomb. And when you taste it, it'll seem like you've just drunk a bomb. Garlic. Now, someone loves garlic, they might have 2 cloves, but approximately 1 clove. And if I was doing it for a child, I'd use a very tiny little clove, and that's crushed. The next ingredient is ginger, and we'll be talking about ginger this evening. And this is about 1/4 teaspoon, and that's finely chopped. So they're the first 2 ingredients in the flu bomb. The third ingredient is the juice of a lemon. It's usually 1 lemon juice. And the next ingredient is honey, and usually 1 teaspoon. The next ingredient is eucalyptus oil. Or you can use tea tree oil, 1 drop, that's it. And the next ingredient is cayenne pepper. And we'll be talking about cayenne pepper later this evening. And I'll just leave that one free because for some people it's a light shake. For other people who are very brave, it might be 1/2 teaspoon. So I'll just leave that one up to you. Now all of these things are put in 1/2 cup of hot water, and then you drink it. Now you don't have to chew up the ginger and the garlic, you just throw it down. And if a person's got anything from pneumonia to bronchitis to asthma to the flu to sinus problems, any respiratory problems, that will bring relief. And it usually brings relief for about 4 hours. So my suggestion is if you have such a complaint, that you have 3 or 4 a day. And it's usually best with a meal, because if you put all that heating herbs onto a raw stomach, cast iron stomach wouldn't hurt, but a tender stomach might feel a little bit sore. So you might have that before you have a nice big bowl of hot steaming soup, which is very nice, a thick soup when you've got a cold. So that's the flu bomb. Now you can't give a flu bomb to a baby, can you? So what can you do when a baby's got a cold? When a baby's got a cold, you can wrap the garlic on the bottom of their feet. And how you do this is you finely slice the garlic. Now, when my children were little, we lived in a place called Dora Creek, and our yard backed onto a swamp, and my children used to get a lot of chest colds. So I was always doing little things to them. Do you know, we moved from Dora Creek and there were no more chest colds. So you do have to look at why, if a child's continually getting a cold. It might be an allergy to a food, or it might be living in a damp house. You know, mold is a terrible cause for respiratory problems. So can you see what I've done here? I've put the 2 fine slices of garlic on the cloth. And then I put the piece of cloth over it because I don't want that garlic on the baby or the child's feet, because it will cause a blister. Onion will not, but garlic will. But if you put that cloth between the garlic and the baby or the child's feet, it will not blister the feet. And then let's pretend that this hand is the child's foot. Then you just bind this cloth around the foot, so the garlic's on the bottom of the foot. And then you put their sock or their little bootie on, and you can leave it there all night. Within about 4 minutes, you'll smell the garlic on the baby's breath. Again, biggest pores in the whole of the body and on the soles of the feet. So you can often use the soles of the feet to get medicines into the body. Now my little son James, well, he's 38 now and he's certainly not little anymore, but he particularly used to get chest colds. So I would put this on his feet in the morning, put the sock on and put his shoes and socks on, and he'd run off to play. And every step he takes, what's happening? He's pressing that garlic in, and little by little, when you slice it, it allows the garlic juice to go in little by little. If you were to crush it, too much juice would come out. That's when the blister could form on the soles of the feet. And if a blister does form, it's not a big deal. It'll heal. You just can't put any more garlic on till the blister is healed. Now, at the end of the day, when I gave James a bath, I would take his shoes and socks off and take this little bandage off, and the garlic looked like dried out bits of yellow leather. There was no more juice in it. Now, the body knows what to do. In Psalm 104, verse 14, the Bible says, God gave herbs for the service of man. So you put garlic on the bottom of a child's feet, the garlic juice and the actives will get into the blood, and the body knows straight where to send it, where there is a need. That's the beauty of herbs. They work with the needs of the human body. Science calls it synergism.